Hey everyone, it's Libre Looks, and today I'm going to be talking about standards for Muslim women. Now, if you're a Muslim and a woman, you not only have to deal with societal standards against women in general, but you also have to deal with the standards against Muslim women. Let me show you a couple of examples. Disclaimer: the following scenarios are the faults of people and not an entire world religion. The insanely dope strides that have been made to include Muslim women into different types of platforms in the American fabric, like fashion or design, is extremely revolutionary. There will always be critics, especially within the Muslim community. Now, oftentimes this criticism comes from the older generation, what we like to call the aunties and uncles of our time. Their rationale is comprised within the following statements and queries. Why isn't she wearing hijab yet? She's well past the age of puberty. Muslim women shouldn't wear makeup. That's haram. She left the house looking like that? I can see her hair poking out of her hijab. She might as well not wear it. Alright, but if we're talking logistics, Islam is very clear on this topic. The expectation in Islam is that both men and women have to be modest in their appearance and how they conduct themselves. There are clear guidelines talking about how a woman should wear the hijab and which parts of her body she should cover. Now, there are different cultural interpretations of the hijab and different influences like social media, like pop culture. All of these things are impactors of how a woman can perceive herself through wearing the hijab. It is every person's individual journey and how they carry out their faith. It is totally understandable if you see something going on that you know is contrary to the faith that you want to fix as a positive helper to that person. It's a completely different thing when all you're doing is sitting and backbiting about Muslim women, about their appearance and what they're doing. That actually gives negative pressure on them and steers them away from doing any of the practices that you think that they should be doing. The point here is that we need to shut down these constraints. We need to shut down these social barriers and these standards against women and allow them to freely express themselves and follow their own individual path so that they can figure out their spirituality and how that translates into their appearance. A lot of people in Islam will say that things are haram when there's no explicit reason and there's no explicit ruling on it. They just think through interpretation that things are haram. But unless it was specifically mandated by God by saying that it's haram, then honestly, you can't say nothing. For example, makeup is a gray area in Islam, meaning that there's no specific ruling on the matter. The problem that people have is that makeup can attract the opposite sex and thus compromises modesty. Quite frankly, I'm pretty tired of this argument. Every person's decision to wear makeup is unique to themselves. I personally wear it as a symbol of expression and a way to make myself feel good and presentable as I leave the house. But that doesn't mean I'm not confident not wearing makeup. That means certain days I want to wear makeup, and certain days I don't want to wear makeup. The point here is to depict that I have a choice, and I shouldn't be judged by the choice that I make, and I shouldn't be judged by members of my own community or society at large. So this video is a reminder of us to check ourselves, of us to think, am I backbiting? Do I really care about the well-being of this person, or do I just kind of want to talk about them and gossip? Because that isn't going to help anyone, and that is just further alienating people from doing what they really want to do or fully expressing themselves. Now, with Muslim integration into things that I mentioned before, like modest fashion and being featured in New York Fashion Week, is something that we should celebrate and is something that is pretty much amazing and unprecedented. Those strides should not be undercut by the pressures of disapproving people. As long as you're doing you, fashion lover or not, within the constraints of your own beliefs, then more power to you, sister.